Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is D-Man coming back at it again with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be checking out Cam Chancellor, who's going to be your ultimate champion. It's now called the ultimate champion. It's no longer called MUT Master. I don't know why, but I guess they're changing it up. I don't know why, because MUT Master has always been that key highlight in Madden Ultimate Team. You got your MUT Master, Madden Ultimate Team. It made a lot of sense, but they're making the change to Ultimate Champion, which I don't know why, but it's fine, I guess. But you guys did see the thumbnail. That's not actually the card art. I kind of just made that myself, but I would imagine it'd be something like that. You know, that's kind of how they've been doing them in the past. We saw Sam Mills. We saw the previous year Pat Tillman. And then we also saw, you got your Ryan Shazier, Sean Taylor, those guys in the past too. So Cam Chancellor is making his debut as the what called MUT Master is now called Ultimate Champion. But let's go ahead and check out Cam Chancellor. Now, what I was originally going to do for this video is go into Madden 21 and check out Cam Chancellor as a 95 and his power up, and then kind of compare the stats on his 95 overall instead of his compare his 95 stats in Madden 21 to kind of see what they would be like in Madden 22. But really, they already revealed the top row, which is really the key attributes you need to know about a strong safety. And really, you're not really missing anything. It shows the coverage stats, it shows the hit power, it shows the speed, excel, tackling. So there's really nothing you're missing, except maybe. No, you see the catching there. I think that catching is an 80 on the bottom left. It could be a 90. No, that's an 80 for sure. That's definitely an 80. You see the jumping is a 91 there at the bottom of your screen. Injury is a 91, which doesn't matter. And I think the stamina right there is 92. Yeah. I would pretty much think that would be those at the bottom, which you can barely read them, but I'm pretty sure I got all of those right. But let's go ahead and check out the card itself. 92 speed, 95 excel, 93 tackling, 93 play rec, 93 pursuit, 87 man coverage, 92 zone coverage, and 93 hit power. Now, unfortunately here, I do not think that this Cam Chancellor at a 99 will be the best user in the game. It's just simple because we'll have a lot more users come out by then, and they'll probably be a little faster and probably have a little bit better man, a little better zone. But honestly, if you're going to user a guy, you don't need man and zone because you're going to be usering them, so there's no need to be good in either one of those. So, in my opinion, I'm probably going to be using Cam Chancellor the entire year. And the question you guys probably have is he going to get every team cam? I'm going to say yes. I think that's pretty much, we saw the introduction to that last year for Sam Mills to go along with the team captains. We saw them implement every team cam for the team captains last year, and we saw them implement every team cam for Sam Mills, who was the MUT Master last year, which pretty much was what Cam Chancellor is this year. So I would expect Cam Chancellor to get every team cam, so that's good, especially for a Titans theme team where last year in Ultimate Team, we didn't have the best safeties. We kind of got bailed out towards the end of the year, getting a LTD Kevin Byard and getting a power-up expansion Kenny Vaccaro. So we ended up getting both 299 overall safeties, but in my opinion, having too many safeties is never a problem, because especially if you run nickel dime, any of those packages that have extra defensive backs on the field, you're going to need at least 2 good safeties, maybe even 3 good safeties. So honestly, everyone's theme team getting a Cam Chancellor is really, really exciting, because you really don't, you can't be mad at having too many good safeties. So especially on a Titans theme team where Kevin Byard might get a 99 next year, but who else? Maybe we see I would love to see Ken Houston come back to the game, but that's another guy. But Cam Chancellor on the Titans theme team will be awesome, especially, any theme team. Any theme team is going to have the same boost, so Cam Chancellor on any theme team is going to be very exciting. That's why I kind of think they did his speed a little wrong, but Cam Chancellor was never known as the fastest guy on the field. So 92 speed is pretty solid for a Cam Chancellor that's a 95 overall. But if we can think about it, think about Cam Chancellor as a 99 overall. You're probably going to be looking at 95, 96 speed. On a theme team, I would imagine theme team boost would be the same. So you're looking at +2 speed, +2 excel. Definitely going to get hit 99 excel, but the speed is the question mark. 97, 98, will he get up to 99 speed? I don't think so, because we're going to have no physical cams, and I'll show you guys why I think that. But we do have the strategy items, which they could implement physical chemistries into the strategy items, but I don't think that will be the case. But yeah, that's really all you need to know about Cam Chancellor. Let's move on to basically the items you need. You do challenges, you get your collectible, you put the collectible into Cam Chancellor just like Sam Mills last year. It'll work the same way, it's just named differently. And I hate that because I'm so used to saying Mutt Master now, and I've got to change it up and say Ultimate Champion. I don't know why they change it up, but I guess, I don't know. I guess change is good sometimes, but I don't like this change because Mutt Master has been such a key highlight in Madden Ultimate Team the past, 4, 5, 6 years. So I don't know why they make the change, but they made the change. But if we look at this screen here, go down to the left a little bit, you see your X Factor and abilities, you see your chemistries and position, you see your front art. Take a look at chemistries and positions, and there's only 2 slots there, which in my opinion is very, very interesting. But one chemistry is obviously going to be your theme team, so you're going to be able to choose between every theme team. So that's one of the slots, and then the other slot's going to be your secondary position. There's no slot for physical chemistry. There's no slot for your normal lockdown stuff like that. But that is because of strategy items. But physical chems, I will not be mad at all if physical chems are out of the game completely. But I would not be surprised if they implement them somehow with the strategy items. But strategy items are kind of making the change from chemistry to strategy items. So basically, your chemistries from last year, like your run stuff, your lockdown, those defensively will be changed into strategy items, which I don't know what they're going to be named defensively. They may be named a little bit different, but you're going to have strategy items, which are basically like cards, and they're going to boost certain attributes for your defense. I think you get 2 per side of the ball, so 2 for offense and 2 defense. And offensively, like your play fake, your go deep, those chemistries will be implemented somehow into a strategy item. So maybe one strategy card or item. I like to say card because it's pretty much a card. But EA don't like to call it cards. I think they have something with Panini or something's going on there, but they can't call it cards or something. But basically, I'm gonna call it strategy cards because it's easier to say. But basically, you're gonna have a card that boosts your route running. So you might have a strategy card that boosts your short, medium, deep route running, and maybe your throw power or something like that. And then you might have another card that boosts run blocking, break tackle, run block power, run block finesse, something like that. So you're gonna have different type of strategy cards that you're going to be able to use for your offense depending on what's weak, what's the weaker stuff, what's the, you can kind of see how your offense is laid out and kind of can, tell which, how your scheme is and kind of implement strategy cards from your scheme. But that's really what's going to replace chemistries this year. So with chemistries gone, will physical chems be back? I don't know. They might implement that with the strategy items too, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But from here, all we see is the chemistries you can equip is obviously your Titans theme teams, your Bengals theme teams, your Colts theme teams, your Jaguars theme teams, your all those theme teams in the game. He's going to be able to, I'm assuming you're going to be able to choose any theme team in the game. So that's awesome. And then obviously your other slot there is for positions. And I'll show you here. So he's going to get secondary position, cornerback, and free safety. That's awesome, but that's what that other slot is going to take up. So, are physical chems in the game? I don't know. That's really, I really, really want to know that, but we'll just have to wait and see. And then obviously you get your front art, which I'm excited for because I really can't wait for Most Feared. Because that might be the best card art in the game. Cam Chancellor, Most Feared card art. That's going to be super awesome. We saw Sam Mills last year get the Most Feared. He got the Zero Chill. He got the Easter promo. So whenever you got big promos coming to the game, normally your Mutt Master or you're now called Ultimate Champion will get a change to his art. So basically, like Sam Mills last year, like I just mentioned, he got Most Feared card art. He got Zero Chill card art, and he got the Easter promo card art. So I expect the same thing for Cam. He's probably going to get Most Feared. He's going to get Zero Chill. He's going to get the Easter promo. Super excited to see how those look. I honestly cannot wait for Most Feared because he's going to look Very, very nice in the most feared card art, in my opinion. But then we get into the Superstar, X Factor, and abilities. We didn't see any abilities on him, but I would imagine he would have very similar abilities from his Madden 21 card. So if you go to Madden 21, check out what abilities he could equip there. Probably going to be very similar to what he can equip here. But we see Superstar X Factors. There's a big important X Factor for Cam Chancellor. He's the only player in the game that can actually get Reinforcement Elite, which I'll just show you this. So Reinforcement Elite, you guys see in the top little dash there, Superstar X Factor slot at a 95 overall. This unlocks at a 95 overall, so you have to grind out Mutt Master or grind out Ultimate Champion to get this. But Reinforcement Elite starts in the zone, but the X Factor will have a 6 AP cost. And again, I think we start the year off with 12 AP, so that is half your AP. But the key is Cam Chancellor is going to start in the zone, which basically means he's gonna start the game with your red X. When you see your red X on the field, that's basically what it means when he's in the zone. So, for example, if any of you guys play Madden 20, you probably remember the NFL 100 promo where we were introduced Barry Sanders, Eric Dickerson, Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and there's some guys on defense as well. But the key guys I mentioned right there, Eric Dickerson and Randy Moss, were two of the key players in that promo because they actually started in the zone. And you guys remember how glitchy Randy Moss was and how glitchy Eric Dickerson was. So basically, if you start the game on offense, you're going to pretty much get a free 60 yards by just throwing up the ball to Randy Moss. He had double me where he started in the zone, and you could basically throw it up to him, and he's going to catch it 90% of the time. So you basically got a free 60 yards to start the game. So that was pretty glitchy. But the glitchier one was definitely Eric Dickerson. He actually started with Freight Train, which basically means he breaks the first tackle every single time. And the only way you could get rid of that X Factor, Randy Moss, that was a one-play deal. Once you got it was a one play, and then after that play, whatever happened, even if he caught it, the X Factor is gone. But with Eric Dickerson, the only way that you could pretty much stop the X Factor from being activated anymore was you had to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage. This was a very, very tough thing to do because the dude broke the first tackle every time. So even if you do hit the dude in the backfield, he's probably going to get at least a yard, 2 yards, 3 yards, something like that. Basically, you pretty much had to tackle the dude twice behind the line of scrimmage before the X Factor would go away. And that was a big thing back then, and it was actually big enough for it to get patched. And it was only a 5-play thing from then on out. So you got the X Factor for 5 plays, and then after 5 plays, it would be gone. So a lot of people, you saw people like maybe sub them in 1 play every quarter and kind of, getting a glitchy run here and there. But it was a very glitchy thing back in Madden 20. So I can only imagine what's going to happen here in Madden 22. I don't mind it because it's half the AP, but it is kind of playing with fire because Cam Chancellor could be an absolute monster if this thing is anywhere glitchy. But move on here. Discounted ability slots from 93 to 95. Now, I don't know what this means. Obviously, it means discounted ability slot price. So basically, maybe something's 3 AP, might be 2 or 1 AP for Cam Chancellor. But I don't know if it means only 1 slot or 1 slot per upgrade for Cam Chancellor. So maybe you get a discounted ability slot when he gets to 93, and then you also get a discounted ability slot when you get to 94, and you also get another discounted ability slot when you get to 95. I don't know. Maybe it's just 1 total out of the 4. You only get 1 discounted ability slot. I don't know. But that's pretty cool as well. And then you get your cornerback secondary position when you get to a 94 overall. So, and you guys see at the bottom, these conditions only apply to the Ultimate Champion. So apparently no other player in the game is going to be able to start off with their X Factor in the zone. It's only going to be Cam Chancellor. So that's very important. And yeah, that's basically what Reinforcement Elite is. And that's really pretty much everything I wanted to cover. We do see a little bit more stats here. You see the change direction, which is a 90. You see 92 impact blocking, 80 catching, which I kind of guessed here. And then you also see 91 jumping is another thing I kind of guessed on there. 88 strength is kind of crazy. That's pretty low. But in all, guys, Cam Chancellor looks like an absolute stud, and I cannot wait for Madden 22. I just cannot wait for Madden 22. I cannot wait for football season. Just around the corner. I think we're, I think not this Friday, but I think we're just like, what are we, like 10 days out from our first preseason game. So, yeah, football's just around the corner. Madden's just around the corner. So, yeah, I can't wait to get on the game and grind it out and have some fun. But with that being said, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Until next time, I'll see y'all.